All right, we're back at it with another excellent adventure episode. I'm your host, Reec Swiney, broadcasting from Media Campus West. Have some special friends on the line that is going to keep your yard, your chickens, your house, everything bug-free, or at least pest-free. We have Premo here. You've heard me talk about them, of course, on our social media pages. We use their products inside of our coop, inside of our dog kennels, the rabbit, the goat place, the horses, the ponies, all of that stuff, all the above. We have Tracy and Shane here joining us today. What's going on, good people?
Oh, I'm enjoying a beautiful sunny day in Michigan right now.
Okay.
Well, I'm good. I'm actually live in Vancouver, British Columbia, Canada.
Oh wow. Okay. All right. We've been all international lately. We just had Ireland and Australia on, and now we're in Canada. I love it. We had China on not too long ago too.
Nice.
As you can see the little hand in the background for those walking in the video, that is my chief egg collection specialist right there. She's 7 years old and she's in egg collection management.
Hello.
All right, let's go ahead and get started. I wanted to talk a little bit about Premo, the products, and how you guys like the journey into that. Like what makes you want to get into that type of product? And then it's worked really great. So I definitely wanted to have you guys on so anybody else listening in like the chicken world or poultry world could have something that they can fall back on.
Yeah, I started probably like I was the founder. I started about six years ago, and just did some research and found that there was a lot of issues out there. Kind of started with bed bugs, those nasty little things, and so there was not a lot of natural products out there. So I just started doing some research and found that there was some alternatives to harsh chemicals, and they're getting good success with it. So I kind of started off just myself, kind of a hobby, sort of try to help some people with some natural products. So we started with just one product and then kind of started growing. And then I brought on some partners, which I have 3 other partners. Jim Gilbert is one of them, and Yuval Nissan and Lior. What's his last name? Sorry, I just know him as Lior. No, Lior Fry. He's our other partner. He does a lot of product research. And then we just started looking at niches. I raised chickens. I grew up in the northern Canada. And there was this market that, there's so many people raising backyard chickens and things like that. And they want them to be healthy. And a lot of people, they get pretty attached. I know with our chickens, I had them ever since I can remember little. We get them little chicks and when it's snowy and cold. And so we figured that there would be a niche, a market. There's a desire for natural products, so we started looking and developed this product that could be used naturally for people's backyard chickens, and it just grew. We have pet products and mite products and all kinds of things, bird mites, things like that. So just slowly from one product, it grew and grew and grew, and it works good. We've had it tested. We took tests at a university, Virginia Tech, tested our products, just kind of cool. And they did a big report and show that it's safe and it works. So yeah, we're rolling along and lots of happy people, which makes us happy that we can help people for sure.
I know for sure the product works. Like I had mites on one of my chickens and we used the product and probably about a week later, no more mites. And since then we do preventatives. So every time we clean the coops out, we spray down the nesting boxes, we spray down the bedding. Anytime we bring in wheat straw for like the ducks or rabbits or something like that, we spray it down first. And we haven't had any issues with mites, fleas, ticks, anything. So man, I really, really love the product, and we haven't had any sick animals. Like it seems to be very healthy for the, it's not a danger to the animals. Like I said, it's non-toxic. So
yeah, no, that's good.
I can 100% agree with that. I started using the product last year and I came on as an influencer for Premo. And I do the same exact thing. I treat my roosting bars, my nesting boxes, my broody boxes, all of our bedding. I treat all of the chickens. And when I do a deep clean on the coop, the whole coop gets treated. And I have not had any issues or any sick birds since I've started using it. And I'm up to 45 chickens right now.
Women and chicken. Tracy,
And
please introduce yourself too to the people, because you are the chicken, like you're chicken mama.
I am the chicken mama, and I've got a bunch of babies getting ready to hatch in my incubator too. So like I'm gonna be up to 50 here soon, and my husband's probably he's gonna be like, no more. No,
He'll be
no
okay.
more.
Hey, nothing beats farm, fresh, natural, raised chicken eggs. Like nothing.
Right.
And
Nothing.
I can't keep my eggs in stock. So
No, they're awesome. That's one thing I miss. I'm in the city in Vancouver, and I do definitely miss raising chickens. We had some faithful 1 egg a day chickens, and you keep 12 to 20 chickens, and you got a lot of eggs.
Yes.
Yep. So what we usually ask everybody when they come on, like, what was your oh cluck moment? What was that moment that you knew you were a chicken person for real? Like you can't fake it anymore. So we'll start with Tracy. Tell us, what was your oh cluck moment?
Oh gosh, an oh cluck moment where I knew I was a chicken person. Oh, let me see. I told my uncle, I was like, man, if I had known how much I was gonna love raising chickens, I just would have went to college for poultry.
That's an oh cluck moment. Yep. Career changing.
Yeah, I would have definitely went to school for poultry and made a life out of it. He just laughed at me, but I can't get enough of them. I got into it for PTSD, and it's been wonderful having them. So, and mine are spoiled girls. All of them are spoiled.
I can tell. 45 going on 50. You're very spoiled. What was that? What was that moment like? What was the introduction to chickens for the PTSD? Was it a recommendation?
I had tried doing chickens a few years back, and it didn't work out. We had a traumatic accident with the chickens we had raised, and then I had a recommendation to either I have dogs. So don't get me wrong, but the recommendation was either rabbits or chickens, and I was like, "Oh, I can totally do chickens," because I loved chickens as a little girl on the farm, and I was like, "I can totally do chickens." And 7 turned into 11,
Chicken
and 11, yeah. So and it just keeps getting bigger and bigger.
I love it. That's my type of math. So, Shane, how did that go for you? I know you said it sounded like you said you grew up with chickens, and what was your adult moment to say, you know what, I'm a chicken tender?
Well, I think it was like when I was a kid though. Like we lived in a small area, and no airport, nothing like that. So when we get the baby chicks every year, right, we'd order them up. So that was like a thing. Oh, what are we gonna order this year? And I always remember helping my dad, and then we used to have to drive for almost 2 hours to the airport in another town and get the boxes. So you get them off and they would always be like, get these, because they're peeping away, right? So I remember as a little kid, all those little yellow fluff balls, these little, like there's nothing cuter than a little baby chick, right? And then driving them home the whole way, 2 hours of constant peeping, these little guys. And then same thing, our chickens had like a mansion. Like we built the most beautiful, like I sometimes look at people and think they're chicken houses. I'm like, that's terrible. Those poor chickens.
Your chickens were living in luxury.
Ours was like an insulated, beautiful pen, like, because we get winters, right? So we get minus 30.
Pretty harsh up there in Vancouver.
Yeah, so we would have it all set up and nice and warm, and as soon as you put them in there and it was nice and warm and clean and all their food and stuff, all that peeping, they just calm right down, and you could tell they're happy and content. And I don't know, it was just it's a really cool memory. And then every year it was just, that's always, and made sure, like you were saying, we spoiled our chickens. They were probably the spoiledest in the area, but they laid faithfully all the time. They're happy. My mom used to, in the wintertime, we'd make hot mash for them, like pork. Right, just mix it, and they loved it. They were warm, and it was just, it's a good memory. Like I always was telling my wife, like, I'd love to be able to go back to doing that, because it was just, it's just nice. You just go and take care of them, collect the eggs. So it was a nice memory.
I got you, man. I love that. You can kind of see what makes it so important to have a product like Primo Guard, for you to know that those birds are going to be safe. Because, like you said, they grew up in a lifestyle of the hen and famous over there. So you got to have products that kind of match that sentiment. So it's really good to see, the head of a major corporation talk like that.
Yeah, no, it's good. We really, and we're always trying to get better. So
Mhm.
like we view ourselves like a small family run business. So we even start employing some of our family members to help out, and customers. Like we always are trying to get our customers to tell us like what do they need, how do they make it better, and different things like that. So you get the odd person out there, you can never make them happy, and they leave some horrible reviews, and it hurts, right? Because you're trying
Trying to help.
trying to do the best. Like, yeah, we make a living at it, but ultimately that's kind of the byproduct, right? Like we try to really make sure we're making the customers happy, and then their extended families, the pets and the chickens and different things. So we're always looking to help for sure.
No, I love that. How did you guys find Tracy? Obviously, I mean, she's famous, but how did you find her? Like, how did you guys?
I don't know if it was Ari or Jim. Like Jim's our marketing guy. I'm not sure. Like I stay in the background. Like I usually don't do too many things. I just plug away in the back. So
I think it was my Hey Hey Disney toy rooster and turkey video where
Okay.
my speckled Sussex Roo jumps up and like karate kicks the Hey Hey, and then my and then my two big toms come in like bouncers, or like and they take over. And that video, I think it was from that video, they were like, "Hey Tracy, give us a call."
Yeah.
and I've been sold on it since. I've tried everything they have, and I love all of their products. So, and I love that it's natural and it's safe for all of our animals, including our dogs, our cats, rabbits, ducks. And so I've been a big advocate for supporting Primo Guard since then.
Right. I love it.
We appreciate it.
Thank you.
Want to get like more people like you to like it and help us out. Spread the word.
I know when we did the big contest giveaway, a few of the ladies that did win the poultry spray, they contacted me back and they were like, "Oh my gosh, I love the smell of this. I love
I was
how
gonna say that.
Yeah, I love how it makes my coop smell good." And they're just are so happy with the product. I've not had anybody from that. We did a big contest giveaway. Not one person has said anything bad about it. They've all been happy with their pet spray and their poultry spray. So
cool. I love that. That's what I was gonna say, man. That smell, it's like cinnamon or something. I don't know what that smell is patented. Please put a patent on it, because I was like, man, when I spray that, I'm like, the smell of a fresh coop.
Better than the other smell.
Right.
the other bring water, tears to your eyes smell.
Right. Yeah. Nobody wants that. But that Primo Guard smell is great. Yeah. No, that's pretty cool. Tracy, I have to ask you a personal chicken question. Like I know you have rabbits and chickens and ducks. How did you keep your chicken math like that under control? Because at 45 birds, like I'm up to goats and pigs and ponies now. So
I know, and we have goats, and there's horses and there's cattle on the farm, and my passion has, and I want to like put a lot of goats on the farm, but I don't think I've controlled the chicken math very well, because it's like I just have to let the girls be the girls. I let nature take its course, and I can't be that kind of chicken mom that just says, "No, you can't have no babies. Sorry." I can't do it. So I have to let them have their babies, and I try to control how many eggs they actually get to hatch, 2 to 4, and some will end up with 1, and some will end up with 3, and some will end up with 4. And then I'm trying to be really careful. And plus I rescue, like people will reach out and say, I've got, I can't take care of my chickens anymore. Can you take them in? So it just keeps adding up. And I have a huge pole barn that we don't really use that I would love to turn into a big chicken palace. And that's ultimately my goal in the next 4 years. I have a 5-year plan, and I'm on year 4.
Okay. Well, it looks like Shane has the plans for a chicken palace, so we might need to have another conversation here.
Yes, Shane.
I love that. I love that. Tell us, Shane, about some of the other products that you guys have, because a lot of us have outdoor animals, right? But we also have indoor pets, dogs, cats. Some of the rabbits and stuff do come inside the home. So I love that the product smells great, but it actually works indoor and outdoor, right?
Yeah, that's right. So we have we call it Pet Protector. So it's based off of a similar formula that the poultry spray is, but it can be for pets like cats, dogs, and other indoor pets and outdoors. So we've had a lot of good success with that one as well. A lot of people love it. It's natural. It's helps with fleas and ticks and mosquitoes and different things. So that's one of the other ones. We also have actually two new products that we recently put out. One's a garden and plant spray, and that's the one for like all your indoor and outdoor plants. And it comes in a 32-ounce ready to use, but also we recently have a concentrate now. So it's a 16-ounce that does up to like 2.5 gallons. So people can mix it themselves at different ratios. So they can use that for their plants, their gardens, their flowers, different things like that. It works good on the leaves as well as the soil, killing pests. And then we have a multi-purpose one that's a little bit stronger concentration, natural again, that works for all kinds of bugs like cockroaches and wasps and hornets and wherever you don't want them to be, right? So those are 2 new ones that we have. We also have a laundry additive. So people that are wanting to, take care of their fabrics and laundry and stuff. So we have 2 sizes in that, and it's a similar formula, but people can add it right into their wash. It's just like a fabric softener type of thing, right? You just put it in, and it's a lot of people, they love that too. So
that's a repellent as well. So it's almost like I walk outside bulletproof, no bugs.
There you go.
Yeah.
And we have a product called Sleep Guard, but it's actually it's a repellent. But a lot of people were getting bit at night, right? So it's a natural. It's quite a number of different essential oils mixed in. And people spray it so they can get a good night's sleep. They spray it on their sheets, or even they can spray it on themselves like it's a repellent. Yeah. But actually, the main use was in the United States, they're the hydro workers. So they're the hydro workers and outdoor workers. They actually use that because it's got some kind of a patent with electromagnetism with the essential oils. They use it when they're in the field to repel ticks and bugs and stuff. So they spray it on their clothes. Yeah. And it works really good. It's branded as Sleep Guard. So we're thinking of, using it from just a real all around general repellent, but people have used that. It works very well.
That sounds great, especially here in Georgia. Like we have Lyme disease here. You can catch anything from a tick because they get off of deer and stuff like that. So that's something that will go, I think, be very popular, especially with us, all those chicken people outside and, dealing with different animals. You never know what you're going to run across.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. Some really neat stuff. Tracy, what's your go-to like out in the coops and stuff? What are we doing when you do your deep clean? Do you use this stuff, or you just doing regular maintenance with it as well?
When I deep clean, I'm always using my Premo Guard. When I'm cleaning my nesting boxes and deep cleaning, I'm pre-treating the nesting boxes before I even restuff them with my bedding. And then I let it dry real good, and then I put my bedding in, and make sure the bedding's treated too. So I treat the whole coop in it when I'm deep cleaning, and then just preventative maintenance. I'll go through once a month and make sure I'm spraying all their nesting boxes and their roosting bars down. So, and then I do use their plant spray as well. And I use that like whenever I see that bugs are getting into my plants, I'll treat my plants right away as well. So, and the laundry additive, I use that too. And I love washing my pet beds and with that stuff. It's really nice. Yeah. So
no, that makes so much
and
sense.
Laundry.
That's cool.
And I'm a big hiker. So like when I take my clothes off from the woods, I make sure to use that and in my laundry to make sure I'm keeping ticks off of my clothes and out of the house basically. So
well, definitely grab that sleep guard, even though it says sleep guard. It's actually, we got to figure out a different brand.
Yeah.
You can be awake with it too.
That's right. Yeah, that's right. Like it's like they mostly just sold the factory that we deal with. They mostly just patent it, and then they sell it only 100% to the outside like hydro workers and highway workers. So they don't sell it commercially like in stores. So we just were fortunate enough to kind of get in partnership with them and use it. So yeah,
that's amazing. I mean, I know I've used, and I know I wasn't really supposed to, but I'm going to tell you guys a secret, and whoever else is listening, I've used the poultry spray around my doorways because the flies are crazy. So like I put the spray around the doorway. I haven't had flies, wasps, or mosquitoes around my door, especially at night when that light comes on and they all like to hang out. This has been keeping me to be able to walk through the door without bringing a whole bunch of friends in with me.
Have you noticed when you spray it in your coop and you treat your coop, if you've got a lot of flies in the coop, like the flies will like disappear?
Yep. After about a day or two.
Yes.
Yep.
You're like, yes, they're gone.
Yeah. I know my horses love it. They absolutely love that. You know, there's no flies in there. There's no flies. And we try to keep everything pretty clean anyway, because I don't like smells. But that spray absolutely helps.
Yeah.
And for farms and stuff, people with more animals, we're actually should be within the next couple of weeks. The pet spray that we have, so we're bringing that out in 128 bottle with the big sprayer. Yeah. And that be able to be used, last longer on like a farm or something if you have more animals, bigger animals.
That's cool. And I love that you guys have like the all natural remedies, non-toxic, that's safe for the animals. It seems super pet friendly as well, people friendly. Like I get nervous. So I'm looking at the back of an off. I can't identify more than one of the things on the back of it. Right. So I'm like, I don't want to put this on my skin. Right. I don't want to put it on my kids. But if I look at the PremoGuard, some of you guys' products, I know what that is. Like I can look that up. I see what it is. I know it's natural. I know I put it on my animals. They're okay. I could put it on me and my family, and it'll keep us to have a good time. We're outside. I'm not worried about them getting beat up by mosquitoes or ticks or coming back in the house with ticks or something like that. God forbid somebody get like Lyme disease or something,
Yeah. That's important. That's important. I used to work in the bush, like up north, mosquitoes, black flies, like you have no idea. Like,
and those black flies, they hurt when they bite.
That deep woods off or whatever it was. Yeah, you're almost bathing in it. It was so bad. But there was no way to keep them away. And it would we used to use pencils, and it would dissolve the paint right off the pencil. We're like, that must be good for my skin.
Right. And then it feels like it's not good on your skin. Like once you put it on, it feels like I don't know how to explain it, but it feels like plastic.
Yeah, it's nasty.
Nasty stuff, man. I just appreciate how you guys utilize your influencers and people like Tracy to get the word out to others that may be in this space. Because we're always looking for remedies. What I mean? We're always looking for remedies. What are some of the things that you look for when you see an influencer or somebody? What are like some of the stuff you guys are looking for?
I think the biggest thing, they have to be passionate about what they do, right? You have to really, really believe what you're doing is the right thing. You have to be just like not just in it for the money kind of a thing, right? Like you want to help people, like you want to get the message out. You've had success with something, or you're involved with something, and you think, this could help other people to have healthier pets, healthier chickens, healthier lifestyle, whatever. And they're out there to not like, I always think of influence, like, oh, you're influencing in a negative way, but it's influencing in a positive way.
Yeah.
Right? Sometimes people, they don't have the time to research, or they don't have the time to test a bunch of things. So as an influencer, if they've tested things and they give an honest opinion, not just, oh, I'm giving this honest opinion because I got this for free. No, like really use it, right?
Yeah.
Does it work for you? How do you use it? And then tell us how it is. And then that's what we look for, like someone that uses it, it works for them, they appreciate it, and they can, influence and tell other people about that. And then it also helps us to improve, because if people have ideas, we want that feedback, right? With people that are kind of, you could say, in the trenches, they're using it and in different ways. Like you were saying, all the different animals, like all these different ideas that we have. Oh, people, they have this or this, and we could help them. So if we get that feedback, we have one young lady, she does a lot of with horses, equestrian. Like we need something natural, because people and their horses, right? Like horses are big time money too.
Yeah.
So we've been kind of going back and forth with her, trying to figure out, okay, what do you need? What can we develop? Because we have the contacts. What do you need that can help? So those are the type of things that we look for with influencers, not just to, promote our product, because that's the benefit, right? That's right. But like, how do we get better? What else can we go put out there? So it's like a partnership.
Right. You're getting some good, real in the field feedback and way to expand that product in a way that really helps to your customer base and the people. So I love that.
Real life testers.
Yeah. Yeah. I remember our first conversation with Ari was like that. He was like, man, we like what you do. Try it first and let me know. After that second day, I was like, oh, I can make a video about this so easily, because it smells great. It's working, and I can see that it's safe. So.
Yeah. And I think, I'm not sure if Ari or whatever, but I think for your listeners, we're giving away 5 free bottles. I'm
so glad you said that. Hey, y'all, we're giving away 5 free bottles. So yeah, that's amazing. I love that you guys run a lot of deals, and this stuff is affordable too. So a lot of times when you get a better product, the price point is a little cringy. So this stuff is actually affordable. You can buy it, you can purchase it, you can get it pretty easily, and it works.
Yeah.
Yes.
Definitely works, man. I appreciate you guys' time. This has been a great Eggcellent Adventures episode. Tell us one more time, like the rundown of the products that are available, because I've heard a laundry additive, a spray on for outside, the sleep spray on, the animals, the pets, indoor and outdoor, and of course, what introduced me to you guys, the poultry spray.
Yeah, so test my memory. So we have a bed bug spray, and we actually just released an extra strength one.
Do you have a travel size of that? Or I guess we could. See, that's important, because
we have a 3-ounce travel size, so it's ESA approved. And you remember last year when the bed bug thing in Paris? Well, we watch our numbers, and all of a sudden one day we're like, what is happening?
Did you sell out?
We were selling like 1,000 bottles of that a day. We're like, what is happening? We ran out of inventory, because so many people were buying it. And we actually have a bunch of flight attendants that are influencers that, put videos and stuff, and they actually purchase us. We have a company that buys, I forgot how many bottles at a time of that travel spray, and they give it to their workers or flight attendants and stuff. So that works really well. So we have the bed bug and Mite one. It comes in 4 different sizes, from a 128 ounce all the way down to the 3-ounce travel. Then we have a Mite spray that comes in 3 sizes, and that's more for like surfaces, you make fabrics and surfaces. So it's a Mite. Then we have the poultry, the 2 sizes. Then we have the pet protector, 3 sizes now. We have the laundry additive, 2 sizes. The plant and garden, the
rodent You have a
Oh, that's
rodent.
great. All purpose.
Okay, wait a second. I didn't know about the
We
rodent
also
one.
have a
Now we're
rodent
telling me
repellent.
something new. I needed that last year. Dang, we're not gonna be friends.
So, yeah, that's also, and that one, it went out of stock. We had some issues with it, trying to get it up and listed. So it was on our website, and then we use Amazon quite a bit, and sometimes we have issues with
Okay.
so now that's finally, it's back up and available. So yeah, we have the rodent repellent as well. So the concentrate, the 2 concentrates, plant and garden, all purpose. And then we have the ready to use and the concentrates where you can mix it. We're also thinking of putting out a concentrate for poultry, where it will come in the smaller, like a 16 ounce.
Mm-hmm.
And then you can, if a person has lots of chickens, sounds like Tracy has lots of chickens, but a little more cost effective maybe for people. Like, I know some people don't like it's a pain to mix, but some people really like that because of the cost effectiveness. And then it can be different strengths, right? For maybe a general clean where you're spraying, and then maybe a lighter one if you want to mix and spray on the chickens themselves, like their feet and different things.
Gotcha.
So that's another one we're thinking of bringing out as a concentrate, so people have that option to do that.
That's amazing. Tracy, what's your go-to Premo Guard?
Oh my gosh. You have to ask. I really like them all.
Child, right?
Yeah, like I really like them all. So I would say I can't pick because I like all of them. I use all of them, and all of them are so useful around the farm. From the rodent to plant to pet and chicken. So in the laundry additive. Like I will never go without the laundry additive, though. I can tell you that right now.
Gotcha. Okay.
So how about we're giving 5 free giveaways for the poultry, and because our rodent's fairly new, how about we'll give 5 rodent sprays away?
Can the host be part of the contest?
We'll send you under.
Oh man, no, man, our listeners definitely appreciate it. We're gonna talk about it on social media too. We're gonna make this a big deal because I want more people to understand what this product is about and how dope it is, man. It's really good. It's been working for us, like I said, and like Tracy, we don't get paid to say this. This is stuff that actually works. You know what I mean? So we want to share with our people to make sure they have a good experience too. Nice. Yep.
Pretty good. We're happy.
If we can make a Premo Guard to keep the ducks from making so much mud, perfect. That's impossible. Perfect company. But no, man, we appreciate the time. Thank you guys so much. I know you're coming from far away, Michigan, Vancouver, and Atlanta. Wow.
I'm actually from Indiana. I'm up in Michigan working this week. So, but
okay, cool.
I'll take it. I'll take Michigan too.
All right. That's cool too. Indiana. You're our first Indiana guest.
Ooh, wonderful. I'll be your first Hoosier.
There we go. I love it. Well, once again, this is another episode of Eggcellent Adventures. Thank you guys so much. If you want more information on Premo Guard, check out all the information in the podcast bio about this episode. You'll see the links. You'll see the contest hyperlink too. So make sure that you go there, and this will be featured as our product of the month on BlackYardChickens.com. Thanks for tuning in to another episode of Eggcellent Adventures, powered by BlackYard Chickenz.